Hello, welcome to my presentation on how to use NearPod in your classroom. The first thing you're going to need to do is to create a NearPod account. You can do this by going to NearPod.com and clicking Sign Up for Free in the upper right-hand corner. I strongly suggest you use your Google credentials to create your account because NearPod is linked to your Google Drive. It makes signing in and creating NearPods much easier. Once you do sign into your account, you'll be viewing your lessons in your library. You can organize them up here by creating folders for the different units that you do, or you can leave them all on one screen. Once you are in and you're ready to do a live lesson, you click on the NearPod that you want and the Live Lesson button, and it will give you a code that will be up on your screen for the students to view. On the student's Chromebook, they're going to enter that code in the upper middle part of the screen to join your NearPod. Students do not need to have a NearPod account to do this, but they will need to enter their name on the next screen once they've entered their code. I strongly suggest you have them use their real names because at the end of your presentation, you're able to collect data on the different questions that you do, which can be used for your SMART goals, for class participation, to see if students are participating and being appropriate during the presentation, or to see if they understand what you're teaching. Once they join your session, on their screen, they will see the exact same thing that you are presenting on the big screen. As you click through your presentation, their presentation moves along with you. Eventually, when you get to a collaborative slide or a slide where they have to answer a question, you go ahead and start it on your screen, and the question pops up on their screen and gives them an option to answer it. Once you are able to have students use NearPod, you will find that it is a really great way to collect student data and keep them engaged in your presentations, much more so than just using a plain old PowerPoint or Google Slides. So now let's talk about how you create a NearPod. NearPod and Google Slides talk to each other, so that's the best way to do it. If you're like me and you had a ton of PowerPoints before we had Chromebooks to use, you can take your PowerPoints and convert them to Google Slides by going to your Google Drive, clicking New, and clicking File Upload. Once you upload them, they're converted to Google Slides presentations. Occasionally, there's a few things you have to go in and edit that don't translate perfectly, but for the most part, it works pretty well. Once you've done that, and you select the Google Slides you want to use, in the upper middle part of the screen, you'll have an option for add-ons. When you click this, you would click Get Add-ons and select NearPod from the choices. Once you have NearPod added, it shows up right here. When you click Open NearPod, it will open a window on the side of the screen, and you will need to log in with your Google credentials. I already did, so it didn't pop up for me. Now you have all the options of things that you can do to your Google Slides. So you can add audio. There's Collaborate. So if you look here, we have what is a feature, and then the next slide was a collaboration slide where they had to answer a question. That's this option here. There are times where we can do drawings, so we talked about titles and headings, and then the students did a drawing option where they had to circle titles and headings on the picture on their screen. And there's a whole bunch of other things that you can try here, matching pairs, open-ended questions, polls, and quizzes. Some of these features you have to have the premium NearPod, but most of them are free and are really good and interactive. I highly recommend once you get in here you play around with it so that you can see what options are available to you. When you are done editing your presentation and you can see that there are several interactive slides sprinkled in throughout here, you can hit Save and go to NearPod and it will jump you over to NearPod and save anything that you created. Once it's here, you can drag it around to move it to the different folders that you have, and that way it'll be saved year after year. While there are a lot of positive features to using NearPod, there can be some cons. Sometimes the website is slow to save, as you can see is happening here right now. So I highly suggest you don't make last-minute changes right before you're going to present a presentation, because if it's not working and saving quickly, it might not let you in for the next class. That happened the other day to my student teacher and myself. That's it for now. If you have any questions, feel free to contact me. While I'm definitely not an expert, I've used it enough now where I might be able to help you if there's anything more you want to know. If you liked this presentation and you're interested in learning how to make presentations of your own, I used Screencast-O-Matic, and you can also use a Screencastify extension on your Chromebook. I have a tutorial on that as well, so if you're interested, let me know. Thank you very much, and have a great day.